So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for the final episode of Season 1 of our Wimbledon Road to Glory career mode here on FIFA 18. We are going to be done with the season and hopefully done with League 1 by the end of today's video. As we play out the final 5 games of the league season, we'll be reviewing what's gone on, taking a look at the stats at the end of it, but before we get there, we've got 5 vital games to play in our race for the title and also getting promoted. We're certainly the underdogs in terms of the title. We've got a commanding position in terms of automatic promotion, so let's hope we can try and keep hold of that position. Busy episode today. I'm expecting it to be potentially 30 minutes long, so do bear with me, but it's going to be packed full of drama, suspense, and obviously entertainment as well. So if you're hyped for the end of the season, slap a like on the video, because this is going to be potentially an emotional roller coaster. But just before we get into the games, I need to show you who won Player of the Episode last time, and it's a hat-trick for this man, the only man who scored a hat-trick actually in the series overall. Joel Azoro, for a 3rd time in a row, is your Player of the Episode, and once again, I can't say it isn't deserved. The form he's been in has been insane recently and has been instrumental in us providing at least some challenge for Blackburn Rovers at the top of the table. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat, it's game time, and we're going to start off this final episode of season number 1 here for Wimbledon Career by facing Scunthorpe at home. Now, you'll have seen a table at the start of the episode, and I'm pretty sure Portsmouth still have a game in hand, so it's quite difficult to determine how many points exactly we need, but I believe at this point 2 wins would be enough, and Portsmouth can't catch us. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie to you, even though I know really probably about 4 points in total in this episode out of 5 games will be enough. Oh, good little 1-2 there between Taylor and Forrester, and that's Forrester, and it was, I think, deflected, was it? It's just wide of the post. Very difficult angle to try and find the far post there, in fairness, so I'm not too disappointed that he missed, but it will go out for a goal kick. 10 minutes of this one gone. Tony there at the, well, it wasn't even near post, he's right in the middle. Quite close as well to goal. Maybe would have expected George Long to try and punch his way through the bodies. It's one thing I've noticed in this team throughout the season, it's something we're going to have to work on next season, is our aerial ability is not good at all. I'm sorry, but George Long is so close to that. He should have come out and got that. So it's poor aerial ability from our defenders, but also not a very commanding role in his own area from George Long, and we are 1-0 behind. Scunthorpe coming forward here. They've got a lot of space, and that is just wide of the near post from Gundiz. I'm guessing he's from Turkey. We are under the cosh in this first game of the episode. Not a good start to a very important episode, and Liam Trotter's given the ball away here in a very dangerous position. Here comes Scunthorpe, but George Long saves. Right, George Long has only punched. This is a very, very, very unconvincing performance so far from George Long. We are, however, coming forward on the counter. That's Lyle Taylor now into Azoro. This is Dozzell running through on goal. Andre Dozzell has somehow had his shot saved by Gilks. Oh no, I forgot about this guy. This guy was, for God's sake. He's one of those goalkeepers that's just broken for some reason. Like, whenever we play Scunthorpe, he's insane. Toko's found Egli Kaiser, who sees Azoro in a lot of space. Azoro can turn and find Lyle Taylor. It's saved by the goalkeeper. Azoro, though, is fouled, and that is a penalty as Azoro was going for the rebound. Well, we might be offered a lifeline then in this game to equalise. It's going to have to be a good penalty here to beat this Gilks lad. Hopefully we can provide that. Joel Azoro, it's saved by the goalkeeper. Of course it is. This guy is unstoppable. Every single time we play this goalkeeper, he's absolutely unpassable. It's unbelievable. Such a frustrating match so far, but I remember it being exactly like this when we faced Scunthorpe last time. This is Nzuzi Toko now, using his pace. That's into Joel Azoro. Lovely pass there into Andre Dozzell, and it's saved again. What more can I do? Oh, we need to get ourselves back in this game, and we might do here. Egli Kaiser has been played into a ton of space by Liam Trotter. He's going to cut back and now find Joel Azoro, saved by Gilks, and Forrester puts it in on the rebound. Right. done. Fed up of this goalkeeper. We've scored. We've broken this guy, and it still took a rebound goal. Finally, Jesus Christ, it's a scrappy goal, but we've had to work hard for this. We can't afford to concede again, because we're just never going to break this Donny down. Dozel, but he can also find Toko, who can swing it round the corner now for Egli Kaiser, who cuts back in. It'll actually fall to Andre Dozel. It'll fall to him again, and it's another horrible goal. Absolutely horrible, but we've turned the game on its head in the space of 3 minutes. I mean, barring half time, we scored right on the edge of the break, and now we've scored 3 minutes into the half. Dozel has his shot blocked. He's the first to respond. It's another horrible goal. One day we'll score a nice goal. We've definitely had to work a lot harder for this than really we should have done, but that's beyond the point. Now into Trotter. This is Egli Kaiser down the line. Joel Azoro's eventually made that run, and here he is. Joel Azoro cutting inside. Harry Forrester's making a great run. This is Harry Forrester! Oh my word! Harry Forrester with a guided missile against the crossbar to double our lead. Oh my word! What a strike that is! He's almost broken the goal frame. Jesus! Haba, you didn't even need to hit it with that force, man. It's off, it's come off the bar and the post and then the bar again. My words, someone's going to have to come and attend to that crossbar because it's gone. I was literally saying earlier, we're never going to score a nice goal. Well, we have. And here comes Adedeji Oshalaja off on a mad one. Finds Toko. That now is Lyle Taylor. Back to Toko again. Egli Kaiser's got some space over on this side and he's volleyed it. That was not a bad effort from Egli Kaiser. It's just wide, but he got the connection on that. We do need to be careful still. Oh, Tony has gone past Tamori far too easily. This is what I'm talking about. Ball into Morris, but blazed well over. Hartigan, that's Kwesi Opia running through, and Kwesi Opia should have made it 4. It wasn't even necessarily a great save, to be fair, that one. That was just a poor finish. Aaron Bolger now with a strike, and that's saved again by Gilks, this time having to do a little bit more to parry that one. Novak swings that over to the other side. Nightingale hasn't really dealt with it. This is McCardle now, who cuts back past Oshalaja, and that is a penalty. Fair play, it absolutely is. I shouldn't have gone in with the B tackle there. No complaints whatsoever. Gilks was the hero for Scunthorpe earlier by saving from Azoro. Now it's down to Long to try and do the same to deny Lee Novak, who is going to go... Which side is he going to go? He's going to go to the right, and George Long guessed right. But he dives over the ball. Maybe the difference between our two goalkeepers. Some people have been wanting me to keep hold of George Long because he's been at the club technically from the start of the series, but he is only on loan. And then a lot of people were saying, no, you need to get someone better. He doesn't stand out to me as goalkeepers that we've had that have been absolutely extraordinary, and there may be the difference between him and the Scunthorpe keeper. We need to win this ball back here. We need to go on park the bus as well. Oh, great interception there from Egli Kaiser. That's huge. Now here comes Toko and Bolger now on the run. We've got a chance to get a counter-attack. It's Bolger trying to clip that over the top there to Lyle Taylor. Can put the ball in now to Kwesi Opia, and he's headed over. Should have scored, but it won't matter anyway. It's the final action of the game, and we take just about a 3-2 win. Phenomenal game of football overall. About 20 odd shots in the game in total shared between the two sides. Joel Azoro comes out on top in terms of man of the match. Looking out for the other results, Blackburn won, so they maintain their lead above us, but Portsmouth only drew against Rochdale. We'll take a look at the table and see what that means. We're now one result away, potentially, from being promoted. Alright, so training time. Just taking a little look at the guys that are getting trained at the start of this episode that will change around. Aaron Bolger, they're getting 2 slots. We're just trying to train him a little bit on his dribbling. I will stop training him soon though, because I realise the more we train him, the less likely his physicals are going to grow, I believe. You can see here in terms of training, as expected, Joel Azoro goes up in his attack position, which is actually really low. So going now into the final 4 games of the season, and Portsmouth still have that game in hand on us. So theoretically, they could drop the gap to what it needs to be to catch us if we have a complete meltdown and lose every game between now and the end of the season. So this is it. Undoubtedly the biggest game of our season, the biggest game of our series, the first opportunity to mathematically get promoted. to the championship. And then it becomes about trying to chase down Blackburn for that coveted League One title. That man there as well, Oztumer, a lot of people have been trying to tell me to sign him. We might try and buy him if we get promoted because of how well he performed against us. So the likes of Oztumer, Cruvelier, and the rest of this Walsall side we'll have to watch out for. But the talking is over. Let's see if we can flipping get promoted, boys. Andre Dozzell there. Now into Lyle Taylor, who's been the playmaker really of this side, but he's looking to try and get a goal of his own. Lyle Taylor there. Whew. This is De Silva Lopez, who just gets shrugged off the ball there by Devlin, taking the day off of rapping in the studio to play for Walsall today. It's De Silva Lopez who can cut in. Lyle Taylor's got a bit of space. Dozzell's running through. This is Andre Dozzell! What a finish! Down into the bottom corner from Andre Dozzell. And he has stepped up to the mark again. Every time we need an important goal, Andre Dozzell is there. The Wimbledon players are going mental because they know, as things stand, they're about to be a championship club. De Silva Lopez finding Taylor, who gets yet another assist in the series. And we are 1-0 up here against Walsall. This is going to be beautiful if we can hold on. We've still got another, 65 minutes to do so. And this man here, Oztumer, who's been so influential for Walsall, might try and change that. Bakayoko's got space! And despite the efforts of Darius Charles, Walsall have equalised. Far too easy for Bakayoko to cut inside, and suddenly all of that emotion, all of the joy that we just had from Dozzell scoring is drained in an instant, because just a couple of minutes later, Bakayoko has scored for Walsall. Forrest has given the ball away there, but Toko's done excellently to win it back. Parrott, though, I asked for a first-time pass. He didn't provide it, and now here come Walsall, but the shot is only into the side netting from Bakayoko. Toko, that's into Parrott. Lovely reverse ball there into De Silva Lopez. Now Joel Azoro, who hits the post, and it doesn't quite fall to De Silva Lopez. That was an excellent bit of play to make that happen. And Azoro with the snapshot, but only finding the woodwork. Well challenged though by Toko. He lost the ball and he's done well to make up for his mistake. And now Dozzell's got Azoro running through the centre. Joel Azoro with the space, cuts back and then almost finds the back of the net. Amazing composure from Azoro to cut back past the defender, but a flailing arm from the goalkeeper means it's a brilliant save. Going to play this into the box. De Silva Lopez in towards Lyle Taylor, and Oshalaja was there. Just stick your foot out and divert it away from the goalkeeper. Dobson loses the ball in a very dangerous position. Azora with the back heel now into De Silva Lopez. Just over the bar. Ball over the top there from Devlin. Oshalaja needs to win that. He hasn't, but Toko is there, thankfully, to deal with the mess. And plays it calmly back into George Long. Oh no, Oshalaja! Long though with the save. Oh my word. I don't need scares like that, ladies and gentlemen. 76 minutes gone. We're going to need to make some subs soon because I think there's got some tired legs out there. This is Chambers. Oh no, that's through to Bakayoko. Ah, it's so simple. So simple for Walsall. A ball down the centre and it splits us apart, and Walsall have come back from behind to take a 1-goal lead. Right, we need to throw the kitchen sink at this then, boys. It's time to get going. Azoro, there's a man out wide. It's Tamori. Play that along. Oh, why did De Silva Lopez not run? I'm on all-out attack. I need my wingers getting forward. Come on now. Having been in the lead, our hopes of getting promoted by our own doing in this game are dashed, unfortunately, and judging by the look on the players' faces, it seems as if Portsmouth have not dropped points elsewhere. Here's your ratings then. Andre Dozzell was our best player, unsurprisingly, after scoring a goal. Lyle Taylor with an 8.3 and De Silva Lopez with an 8.1. Looking elsewhere then, Portsmouth did in fact win. They beat Plymouth Argyle 2-0 in a South Coast-ish derby. Another nugget of training coming in is the same players being trained. Boulder has now gone up an overall. He is 62, so good stuff from him. And Florence is also now up to a 66. Let's actually take a little look at when that game is that Portsmouth have their game in hand. So it's actually before we play our next game, and it's against Walsall. So I'm not gonna lie to you, right? If Walsall, if you're watching Walsall, you just beat us. If you could dish out the same thing to Portsmouth, that'd be phenomenal. The game in hand is out of the way, and Portsmouth are still in technically with a shout if we lose every single game and they win every single one. Eventually, we're probably gonna have to sim a game in this episode, otherwise this will actually be like 40 minutes long. But we're gonna play the next one because, again, it's an opportunity for us to get promoted. It's time for Oldham. Oldham, ladies and gentlemen. Bolger is in for Parrott, who was a little bit underwhelming. I've also brought in Roy Carroll for George Long. 2 reasons, because he just handed in a transfer request, despite not even remotely seeming unhappy beforehand. And also, I haven't been massively convinced with George Long. Alright, fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again. Here come Oldham down this left-hand side. Ball in there to Davies, and shot at the near post is saved by Roy Carroll. Once again, the AI are testing us right at the start of a football match here. Darius Charles did well, though, defensively to make sure that he didn't get anywhere near that. Davies, oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oldham have taken the lead and it's deflected off Tamori. We're falling apart at the end of the season. It's so unlucky. It's fallen to... I mean, we should have done better. Davies should not be allowed that sort of space. Oh, that is easily getting saved by Carroll. And it's come off Tamori's foot. I just can't deal with this anymore. I just want to get promoted. Oh, Joel Azoro's got a run being made here by Da Silva Lopez, who can cut inside, but the touch was far too heavy. Azoro almost loses the ball, just about holds on. This now is Andre Dozel. Lovely turn from him, just about blocked at the final moment again. Oh, and now Oldham are through again. This is Davies. Ball out wide there. This is Meng, saved, plucked out of the air really nicely by Roy Carroll. Still Joel Azoro bursting through. That's over towards Harry Forrester again, just as I'm about to pull the trigger. It's promising because we're able to break down Oldham quite a lot. We're just literally 1 touch away from being able to punish them. That's now through to Da Silva Lopez. How have you missed? Oh, I don't believe it. Da Silva Lopez has missed an unbelievable opportunity after the pass from Azoro. Come on. We need the performances from the big players in the big games, and we're not getting them. Somehow we are 1-0 down. Portsmouth are winning against Charlton as well. Azoro to Toko. Lyle Taylor. Why are you trying a back heel there? That was the most simple ball of all time to find Da Silva Lopez in on goal. You can't be serious. Oh, we've won the ball in a very dangerous position. Azoro has finally found the back of the net. Yes. Oh, my word. It's taken a mistake from Oldham themselves. But we're back level, finally, in this game. Oh, my word. Finally, Joel Azoro wins. He still almost overran it. I think Placide probably should have got there. Drop it back down into balanced, because at this point I'd take the draw, even though we fully obviously deserve to be winning this football match. This is Davies through to his fellow man, Carroll with a great save. Fellow attacker there in the shape of the Oldham forward, but thankfully it was offside. Dozel. Oh, Azoro. Lyle Taylor's running in through behind. It's Lyle Taylor and he's made it 2-1. We've come back from behind in the space of 11 minutes. And it's the dynamic duo again, Azoro and Lyle Taylor, who have potentially got us out of a massive situation. Once again, the keeper could have made himself a bit bigger. Lyle Taylor hasn't struck that very well. The Montserrat Messi has given us the lead. It's time to go defensive. It's time to make some subs so we've got some fresh legs out on the pitch. We're in a position to get promoted, boys. Oh, lovely challenge there from Bolger, but Oldham keep hold of the ball again. Bolger is unlucky. This time Da Silva comes piling in, and now we've got another counter-attacking opportunity as Dozel finds Joel Azoro. It's Joel Azoro, and he just scuffs it miles wide. Oldham coming forward again with Byrne now. Ball through, but it's intercepted by Visser, crucially. They've got probably one more chance, and we've knocked the ball down, but they've kept hold of possession. Back into Jack Byrne. We need some cover coming across here. Darius Charles has gone to his man, but he's now out of position. Coming down the left-hand side, another vital interception from Visser, and that is it. We are donezo. We're promoted to the Championship. Unbelievable scenes at Plough Lane as the players celebrate. Wimbledon are back in the second tier of English football for the first time since they became MK Dons. It's the first time since 2003, 2004, I believe. So Wimbledon have found themselves this high up in the ladder. Beautiful. We've had to work so unbelievably hard for that in this game, and as well in the Scunthorpe game too. but we've just about managed to do it. It makes it so much more rewarding given how difficult this episode has actually been. Here is the team that has done it. There you can see Joel Azoro gets us man of the match. He'll be playing along with the rest of the side in the championship next season. Heroic performance as well from Toko, from Lyle Taylor to grab a goal, the winning goal as it happened, and Aaron Bolger gets an 8 as well. Unbelievable scenes. We are promoted from League One. We did need to win that as well because Portsmouth won against Charlton 1-0. We are also 5 points off Blackburn, so us winning the title is now looking very unlikely indeed. We'd have to win both games and they'd have to lose both. There you go, there's the table. It makes happy viewing if you're a Wimbledon fan. So given we're now already automatically promoted, I am going to sim this game here against Wigan. We will play the final game of the season just in case there's any more celebratory scenes or whatever, but we'll be simming this one away against Wigan. We'll probably lose because Wigan are a good side and we're away from home. Obviously, we're a good side. We've proven that by getting promoted and doing so well in sims, but this might be an ask too much. We'll have to wait and see. Wow, the relief is unbelievable. The joy is unbelievable. It might be getting even better because after a flurry of goals in the first half, we're 2-1 up. Dozel has got us a goal to make it 2-1 after missing a penalty. Da Silva Lopez opened the scoring. Nick Powell has now equalised for Wigan. It's been goals galore in this episode, hasn't it? Joel Azoro has now made it 3-2. Can we finally hold on? Yes, we can. It's 3-2 wins in the space of 2 episodes. We keep up the pressure on Blackburn, but obviously if they won or even drew, I think they will be the champions of League One. They actually drew, so we are technically in with a chance. What's the goal difference like? The goal difference isn't even that different, you know. We've got something to play for in the final game of the season, ladies and gents. All right, so time for some more scouting in terms of the trips that we've been on recently. Kimo Joel. We seem to have a lot of Joels floating around at the moment. He's a striker. This guy here, Turka Aino, is very good. I'm tempted to sign him purely because he's a striker, and we've already got a Joel, so that'd be kind of nice story, the 2 Joel brothers from Finland, so we're going to go ahead and sign him. We're also going to sign this 94 Donny. Where's he? Here he is. Turka Aino, we'll sign him up. Now here's the second scout report from Liam Kelly, who's currently in Scotland. You can see it's not looking ideal. In fact, it's absolutely horrendous. Nobody here is getting signed at all. Finally, another bout of training. You guys know the drill, or the training drill in this instance. The same players being trained there. Bolger has gone up again for a second time in this episode. He's now 63, and Lorenzo Visser is 61. So then here we are, the final League One game of this season, and hopefully the final League One game of this series, generally speaking. We're up against Bury, who are in the playoff places at the moment, so no easy task. Going to be beating them. We obviously still have a chance of winning the title if we win and Blackburn lose. We are going to mix things up a little bit and have a little bit of fun though with this game because the season is ending. So a couple of the players you've not seen in this series whatsoever are starting, including Sarnev and Kalambai. Ah yes, not only do we have a chance of winning the title, but Joel Azoro is in prime position to win the Golden Boot for this season. Completely forgot about that. Da Silva Lopez comes forward, Taylor now out wide. Here to Joel Azoro, who cuts inside, goes for the finesse! Oh, off the crossbar! No, the goalkeeper was rooted to the spot as well. Kalambai is, he's got flipping Berry on the strings at the moment as the youngster, as Forrester comes forward. And this is an opportunity for the first ever touch of a football from Nikola Zarnev. In this series, Lyle Taylor there into Harry Forrester. This is still Harry Forrester, playing it through there towards Joel Azoro, who tried to dink it over Ripley, but it is well smothered by the Bury goalkeeper. Kalambai wins that in the air. He doesn't look a bad centre-back, you know. So he's only he's 53 rated, isn't he, Kalambai? In fact, he's the worst player we've got in the squad, I believe, and he's actually been alright. Rowan Ince got Hartigan here for company. He's gone past the youngster. Beckford now into Ismail, and that is a wonderful finish from Ismail right into the top corner on the turn. No chance for the youngster in between the Wimbledon sticks there, unfortunately. Don't think George Long or Roy Carroll would have come any closer to that either. That is literally the definition of top bins. I don't think anyone could do anything about that. I don't know, I'm not sour grapes about it or anything, but I think that's very undeserved actually of Bury. I think we've played really, really well. This has actually been one of our better performances in the entire episode. Oh, Ismail's on a run here. That's a great ball over as well. This could be Trouble Town. Oh, it's a massive mix-up there between Oshalada and Sarnev, but the New Zealander does manage to claim the ball in the end. Blackburn are only drawing, but they are at home against Oxford, so I would probably, I'd expect them to win that game. Regardless of our result, a draw for Blackburn is enough for them to win the title anyway. So, nice interception there from Anthony Hartigan. He'll try and, won't play that into Dozzell because he's misplaced it. Beckford there with the shot, and it's off the post. My word, great effort there from Jermaine Beckford. Well, we need a goal. We need 2 goals, in fact, actually. Technically speaking, as Callum Baye comes in with a lovely challenge. He's been really solid apart from, I think he gave the ball away once earlier, but apart from that, he's actually been really good. Lyle Taylor there now into Andre Dozzell. Lyle Taylor's running back through again. Lyle Taylor has scored, and that is one of the goals that we needed. Very nicely done from Lyle Taylor, who's finding some good goal-scoring form at the end of the season, and we are level. And I think we deserve to be level, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think we played well enough to at least get a point out of this game, if not all 3. Toko, though, has won that in a very dangerous position for Berry. It's now Lyle Taylor, and it is just wide on his weak foot. In fairness, it was coming across his body. I reacted quite late, so Dozzell will swing this one in. That's towards Adedej Osha-Larger. He's got his head on it, and it's cleared off the line by Scars. Oh my word. We're not going to come much closer, I don't think, to scoring in this one. Osha-Larger, he's just had his shot cleared off the line, and he's now already back in a defensive position. He might be called upon, and indeed he is. Brilliant stuff from Osha-Larger. Berry don't seem too intent on winning this one. They just pass it around the back, which is fairs. More celebrations though for us. We know we haven't won the league because we needed to win the game in order to do that. But just reconfirmation that we are in fact promoted to the Championship. A little bit disappointing there. I feel like we probably should have won that game at the end there against Berry, but what can you do? It's still a very, very, very successful campaign overall, and one that I am massively happy with and massively proud of. So there you have it. The final game of the season is done and dusted, and there are your ratings. Andre Dozzell got an 8.5. Blackburn did beat Oxford anyway, so whatever we would have done in that game, it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest because Blackburn did all they needed to do in order to win the title. Fair play to them, they fully deserve it. They've led the way since, I think, pretty much like September or October. So as you can see, the board are very happy with our final position in the league. Obviously getting promoted is a big thing in comparison to what was expected of us. We were expected to only finish in mid-table, and on top of that you can see we've also completed our brand exposure objective as well, which was to sell out at least 50% of the league home games this season. We did that apparently in 15 of the 23 games. Tournament prize money as well, we've earned $1.5 million. I was hoping it'd be a bit more than that, so hopefully our budget isn't just that, otherwise we'll need to make some adjustments to it, because this series is going to be very boring if we only have $1.5 million to spend in a championship campaign. So that is that then. There's your final league table. Blackburn Rovers are crowned League One champions, but what a season it was for us overall. Portsmouth, Scunthorpe, Bury and Wigan will be occupying the playoffs, which means that MK Dons have no chance of promotion and they miss out on goal difference. That is what I like to see. Beautiful scenes. Down at the bottom though, you can see it wasn't a great season for the likes of Blackpool, Walsall, Doncaster and Gillingham, who all go down and are relegated to League Two. Looking at the stats, and it's a monumental season for Joel Azoro in his debut one as a Wimbledon player. He takes out the Golden Boot with 18 goals across the season, just ahead of Tony from Scunthorpe, then McGuinness, O'Shea of Bury and Lee Novak from Scunthorpe. In terms of other Wimbledon players, you can see Lyle Taylor there as well. He grabbed 11 across the season, and Andre Dozzell also sneaks in there down at the bottom in 24th, grabbing 10 goals. Assists wise, it's no surprise whatsoever to see Lyle Taylor at the top. What a season he had. Didn't score as many as Azoro, but grabbed 11 goals and 15 assists. Joel Azoro added another 7 to that tally. And Andre Dozzell again sneaks in down at the bottom. It's the same 3 players featured. And in terms of clean sheets, George Long, although I said had a little bit of a shaky season at parts, he did grab 19 clean sheets. Not enough to win him the Golden Glove. That goes to the Blackburn goalkeeper, Raya. So in the background, you'll now be able to see the Hall of Fame, where all the awards and accolades are kept for this series. But now in the top right of the screen, as well as whilst you're having a look at the Hall of Fame, you'll also be able to vote in the top right of the screen for your player of the episode for today. Whoever you think was the player of the episode, vote for them, and they'll play every single game of the first episode that has a lot of games in, because I realised the next one might just be a transfer episode, so they'll play a lot of games in the near future, basically. I was going to sim to the end of the season, like the very end into June and stuff in this episode, but I think it's too long already. So we're gonna, as you can tell, my voice is completely going, but if you got this far, then please leave some suggestions for players to sign down in the comment section, because next time we bang straight into some more transfer activity once again, hopefully completing a couple of signings next time, or at least being in a position to ask you guys to vote on players to sign. So leave those suggestions down below. That, though, is the end of Season 1 of our Wimbledon Road to Glory. Don't worry, you guys, this will be speeding up soon. I have no doubt about it, and we'll be able to get firmly into the Premier League and make decent movements in the Prem as well. Hopefully get the series completely done. If you've enjoyed this episode, heck, if you've enjoyed the entire season so far, then drop a like on the video, slap it hard. Give it a cheeky backhand, and whilst you're at it, subscribe if you are new to the channel. It really helps me out. It's that big red button under the video. Yeah, Jesus, I'm out of breath, my head hurts, so we're going to wrap things up there. It's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massappels.
I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk of Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I am jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop us.